Player on.
The pirates of Somalia, inside their hidden world.
Current position.
14. The Freakonomics of piracy. Using the combined testimony of Hersey, Levinescu, and Mihai, I was able to piece together a rough estimate of the Victoria Gang's payroll. See Table 3. Table 3. Payroll of the Victoria Gang. Officers, computer, commander-in-chief, investor. Hersey's estimate of salaries, $900,000. My estimate of salaries, $900,000. Officers, Loyan, interpreter. Hersey's estimate of salaries not given. My estimate of salaries, $60,000. Footnote. These figures are my own guesswork based on the value of their skills relative to the other members of the operation. End of footnote. Mustuku, accountant. Hersey's estimate of salaries not given. My estimate of salaries, $60,000. Footnote. These figures are my own guesswork based on the value of their skills relative to the other members of the operation. End of footnote. Commander of the COT, supply and logistics officer. Hersey's estimate of salaries not given. My estimate of salaries, $30,000. Footnote. These figures are my own guesswork based on the value of their skills relative to the other members of the operation. End of footnote. Attackers, shock troops. Mohammed Abdi, first aboard the ship. Hersey's estimate, $84,000 plus land cruiser bonus. My estimate, $150,000 plus land cruiser bonus. 8 others. Hersey's estimate, $84,000 each. My estimate, $41,000 each. Cooks. Head cook. Hersey's estimate, $9,000. My estimate, $20,000. Cook's assistant. Hersey's estimate, $9,000. My estimate, $9,000. Holders, 20 men. Hersey's estimate, $12,000 each. My estimate, $12,000 each. End of table. These figures debunk the myth that piracy turns the average Somali teenager into an overnight millionaire. Those at the very bottom of the pyramid, the holders and the cooks, barely made what is considered a living wage in the Western world. To maintain a pirate crew of 20, each holder would have spent roughly 2/3 of his time, or 1,150 hours, on board the Victoria during her 72 days at Ale, thus earning an hourly wage of $10.43. The head cook and assistant, by all accounts, never left the ship, and therefore would have earned wages of $11.57 and $5.21 per hour, respectively. A high-end restaurant meal in Somalia, for comparison, goes for about $10 to $15. Even the higher payout earned by the attackers seems much less appealing when one considers the risks involved. The moment he steps into a pirate skiff, an attacker accepts about a 1 to 2% chance of being killed, a 0.5 to 1% chance of being wounded, and a 5 to 6% chance of being arrested and prosecuted. Note 3.
Forward. 20 seconds.
Dying from causes other than naval intervention, such as starvation or dehydration, my estimates are only a very rough account of the perils of piracy. End of note. By comparison, America's deadliest civilian occupation, king crab fisherman, has an on-the-job fatality rate of about 0.4%. Granted, the $41,000 that an attacker earns buys a lot more in Somalia than it does in the United States. But given that most blue-collar pirates have a virtual army of destitute friends and relatives they are expected to share with, they do not typically experience a sustained rise in their standard of living. As in any pyramid scheme, the clear winner is the man at the top.